Hello everyone, I'm Priyanka Bish from TPS Lamator. Today in this session, we'll be continuing with the chapter Staffing. Today's topic will be components of staffing. So there are three components, elements or aspect of staffing. First is recruitment, second is selection and third is training. So starting with the first component, which is recruitment. Now what is recruitment? Recruitment means inducing or attracting more and more candidates to apply for vacant job position in the organization. Or in general words, we can say recruitment means finding the candidates who can apply for the vacant roles, or we can say inducing the employees to apply and come forward to fill the vacant roles. Next is sources of recruitment. So there are two sources of recruitment. First is internal source of recruitment, second is external source of recruitment. Starting with the internal source of recruitment, under internal source of recruitment, the vacant job positions are filled by inducing the existing employees of the organization, which means the vacant job positions are filled by using the existing employees and no outsiders are permitted in internal sources of recruitment. Now, the internal sources of recruitment is very popular and common because of its advantages. So, advantages of internal source of recruitment are: it is economical, it motivates the existing employees, less amount is spent on training, the employees are already familiar with the rules and regulation of organization, so there are less chances of turnovers. Next advantage is improves performance of employees, that is to get promotion of employees to show better performance. Through transfer, employees get training also in the form of job rotation. And through transfer, surplus employees can be shifted to other departments. So these were some merits of internal source of recruitment. Now there are some drawbacks or demerits of internal source of recruitment. These are: first is no fresh or new ideas will come in the organization. Second is there will be limited choice as the existing employees get the chance to fill the vacant job positions. Third is not suitable for new organization. Fourth is frequent transfer may reduce the productivity of employee. Now, under the internal source of recruitment, the following methods of recruitment are used. First is transfer. Transfer means shifting of employees from one job position to another at the same level of authority. Generally, with the transfer of employees, there is no change in the compensation level or the authority level. There is no change even in his rank, responsibilities and prestige. There is the only change which is change in place. For example, transfer of clerk from accounts department to purchase department is the example of internal source of recruitment. Next is promotion. Promotion refers to shifting of employees from one job position to another with a higher level of authority. So in promotion, the authority level, the rank, responsibility of employees and prestige improves or increase. So generally with the promotion, there is increase in the salary or compensation level of the employees. For example, promotion of clerk to accountant post. The next source of recruitment is external source of recruitment. So in external source of recruitment, when the candidates from the outside organization are invited to fill the vacant job position, then it is known as external recruitment. So in general words, we can say when the organization meet its manpower recruitment from outside the organization, then it is known as external source of recruitment. Here are some advantages of external recruitment. First advantage is fresh talent. So with external recruitment, fresh and new talent comes to the organization. Second is wider choice. Through external recruitment, the organization can get wider choice. Then comes qualified personnel. By using external source of recruitment, the organization can get the trained and qualified candidates. Latest technological knowledge. So by campus recruitment, the organization can get the candidates with latest technological knowledge. And the last is competitive spirit. So when the organization uses external source of requirement in which the outsiders join the organization, this develops the competitive spirit among the existing employees of the organization. So these were some advantages of external source of recruitment. Now here are some demerits of external recruitment. First is the morale of existing employees goes down or fall when the new employees from outside join the organization. Second is the new employees may not adjust in the rules and regulation of the organization, which means more chances of turnovers. Third is it is expensive as to invite the outsider to apply for the job, as companies have to bear a heavy burden of advertising. And the last is lengthy process. External recruitment is a lengthy process. It takes a long time to recruit the outsiders. Now, there are some common methods of external sources of recruitment. These methods are, first is direct recruitment. So in direct recruitment, sometimes the organizations paste notice at the gate of their office or factory or workshop stating the vacant job position. So the people who are interested in those jobs can come and walk in for the interview, and this method of external source of recruitment is most suitable for the unskilled job positions such as peon, sweepers, etc. Next method is casual callers. So in casual callers, generally the large organizations maintain an application file in which they keep all the pending applications which the job seeker leave the reception. So sometimes the applications of the suitable candidates who were not selected in the previous selection process are kept in the application file, and this application file is considered as waiting list. So whenever there is a job vacancy, the applicants, suitable candidates who were not selected in the previous selection process are called from the waiting list. Next method is advertising. So the most common and popular method of external recruitment is advertising about the vacant job position. So basically the organization selects the media of advertisement keeping in mind the requirement of the job position. For example, for the job of accountant, the advertisement can be given to the chartered accountant journals, and for the lower rank, or we can say unskilled job, the advertisement can be given to the local or regional newspaper. But for the high rank and skilled job position, the advertisement can be given to the national level reputed newspaper such as Times of India, Hindustan Times, etc. Now, next is employment exchange. So the government employment exchanges act as middlemen between the job seeker and the organization who have vacant job position. So the job seeker leaves their biodata and details of their educational qualification with the employment exchange, and whenever the organization approaches the employment exchange, the most suitable candidates are sent. Next is placement agencies and management consultant. So placement agencies provide nationwide service of matching demand and supply of workforce. So these kind of agency basically invites the biodata and record from the various job seeker and send them to the suitable clients. These types of agencies charges fees for providing such types of services. So these are a kind of employment exchanges which are run by the private enterprise. Next is campus recruitment. So sometimes the senior managers of the organizations visit various professional colleges, technical institute to get the fresh graduates or the people with the latest technological know-how. So in campus recruitment, this type of recruitment is more common for the computer programmers, MBAs, engineers, etc. The organization prefer the fresh graduates because they can be molded according to the requirement of the organization. Next method is recommendations from the present employees. So many firms encourage their employees to recommend the names of their relatives, friends and other known people to fill the vacant job position. So the organization basically prefer recommendation by trusting the goodwill of the present employees, and the organization can catch hold of existing employees whenever the problem is created with the new employees recommended by him. Next is labor contractors. So the jobbers and the contractors are the people who keep in touch with the labor in village and rural areas, and whenever there is a vacancy or requirement for the labor in factory or in construction site, they bring the labor from villages and supply to businessman. So basically the jobbers and the contractors charge the commission for the same, and this is most suitable for the laborers and unskilled workers. Next is advertising on television. So it is a new trend of external recruitment is telecast on various channels regarding the vacant job position. So they telecast the requirement of jobs along with the necessary qualification to apply. Next is web publishing. So in internet there are certain websites specifically designed to provide information regarding job seekers and companies which have vacant job position. So these websites can be visited by the job seeker as well as the companies. Some common websites are Naukri.com, Monster.com, etc. So these were some methods of external sources of recruitment. So in this session, we have learned the first component of staffing, which is recruitment. In the next session, we'll continue with the other components. That's all for today. Thank you.